Hey everyone, welcome to Elevate the World podcast. I'm Ange Fit, and of course, I'm here with Train Like Prince,
What's up?
Scotty the Body.
What's going on?
I first off want to thank everybody because I've been wanting to do a question and answer session for a while, and we got the best questions. So I would like to thank everybody who sent us their questions, and you asked, and we're going to answer. All right.
Straight like that.
Yep, straight like that. So I'm going to start with a thought. I don't have a quote, but this thought really stood out to me and I shared it with all of my clients. Here it is. Your diet isn't just what you eat. It's what you watch, what you read, who you follow, and who you spend your time with. So if your goal is to have a healthier mind, you have to start by removing all the junk from your diet.
Fire. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Like
What you consume.
So what you consume really, really matters. And that's the theme that I've been working with a lot of my clients with. So I had to bring that thought. And then I have a second one. So I'm giving two today
Run it.
because this one is applying to so many people. And I know you two will agree with this. Success is 5% brain and 95% consistency.
I agree.
Agree.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
because you could think about it all you want, but if you're not putting the work in and doing it over and over and over, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, you got to apply that. You got to apply it. If it's, you can know it, but if you don't apply it, then it's just there.
You can talk a big game, but if you ain't going to back it up with anything, then what's it about?
Action. It's all about action. It's all about being action ready, as Prince always says, and that sticks with me. That
Oh man,
sticks
I
with me.
appreciate that. That's my favorite term.
That has stuck with me since the day I met you. Because I'm always action ready. I'm always action ready.
Well, we know.
Always ready.
We know.
Always ready. Okay, so I'm going to dive into these questions because they are so good. Okay. Question number one. First off, a lot of these came from Instagram. Okay. And a couple of them, I got some personal messages about them. So, all right. The first one is from Jules. How do you shut down that inner voice of procrastination and temptation to stray off plan? So I'll start first. For me, it's about having true clarity of my goal. 100%, 1% doubt, you're out, right? So it's about having true clarity about what I want to get out of my actions. Having that plan, knowing that the plan is going to get me where I need to go. And it depends on your goals too. I think the bigger the goal and the scarier the goal, the more you should put into it. So not skipping workouts, not skipping meals, knowing that you're putting small deposits every day into reaching that goal. So when I personally feel temptation or procrastination, I want my goal so bad. My why is so big that there's no room left for error. There's no cards. Nothing is unturned. I have exhausted everything. I've given my all. Because at the end of the day, I only have to answer to myself. Right? So having clarity of my goal and having a plan and knowing that the plan is what I have to follow helps me with temptation. And knowing that if I do procrastinate and I do give in the temptation, I'm just going to go backwards. I'm not going to reach my goal. And I want that so bad because I really thrive on reaching my goals. I couldn't live with myself if I didn't reach them. Right. Like that's where I come from. I rely a lot on people around me. You guys drive me. My clients drive me. My music drives me. My coach drives me. I surround myself with so many big forces of people that are positive, that are just like, it's like a bunch of hands pushing me to go forward. So that's my answer. So Scotty, what do you have?
I like how you said, like, because you only have you to answer. When it comes down to it, it's like, who are you letting down? Like, no one else is banking on you to do this. Like these are your goals, not nobody else's. So it's like, are you letting yourself down? Like that's who you have, like you have to answer at the end of the day. So it's basically just, it's like, how bad do you want it? I like to constantly put reminders, whether it's on my phone, little post-it notes, something that kind of keep me like on check all the time. So I constantly see it. Maybe make it the background of your phone. Maybe have it in the bathroom mirror, like write it down, like so you see it every day, so you're constantly reminded for it. Because it's hard to make something like that a habit. Like if it's a new goal, like reading Atomic Habits, it's about stacking things on top of each other. Do something that you already do every day, and then just stack it with something that you want to start doing. So like, all right, cool. Every time like we talked about it in the last episode for 75 hard, every time I weigh myself, I'm going to take my progress photo to help me remember to take my progress photo, which has been helping. Every time you make yourself breakfast, you're going to do a quick 10-minute read after you eat, or like while you eat, something like that. So like something to add in those habits and make it satisfactory, like make you enjoy, like find a way to enjoy it as well. So I think making it, like, I know workouts, I love working out. So like, I know everyone's not like me, and I just love sweating. I love like feeling that pump. I just love getting after it. I know not everyone likes that. So it's trying to find a way to find what's good for you, whether it's like lifting, or if it's cardio, or if it's running, like anything like that. So it's just kind of comes down to, don't let yourself down, and just constantly remind yourself every day that what your goal is.
Yeah, I like the habits, because habits really do form your future. That's so
Mhm.
true. Absolutely so
Definitely.
true. Yeah. All right, Prince, how about you? How do you resist procrastination and temptation?
I would say always the first thing I always think about is, I mean, this comes from Nipsey, and it's like he's like, I went through every emotion, but I just didn't quit. And one thing I extract out of that is just not having a plan B. Like it's good to have a plan B, like a backup plan, like, you know, safety type of thing, survival type of thing. But like when it comes down to like certain goals or this and that, like just don't have a plan B. I'm gonna stick to plan A and get plan A everything I got. Like I'm not investing anything else into that, and I'm not taking away from this investment. I only want to add into that investment. So sticking to the plan, not having a plan B. Uh Other thing would just be like, for me, I think one of my biggest struggles is outside of like time management is like food. I love food, man. And like some days I'll be like, you know what, I'm in a good shape, man. Like I'm in a decent spot. Like I could take my foot off the pedal a little bit, but I know that like for everyone that follows me and all of like my clients and everyone, I want to lead by example, and I always push to be the best version of myself. It's like, if I got down to 10% body fat, like my goal is now 8. You know what I mean? Like I want to be the best me that I can be. So there's not really time or even the option of like taking my foot off the pedal.
Yep. Yep. All right. So this is going to transition into the next question, and this one's for you, Prince. Okay. So this Instagram viewer wanted to know, how does Prince maintain his lean muscle mass while being so active? So they must be stalking your Instagram, dude.
Oh man, dude. I saw there's a couple things I do. One, I take food very seriously. I love food. That's why I take it very seriously. But I always prioritize my protein, like protein with every meal. I prioritize that. I make sure that like I'm measuring out my foods, making sure everything makes sense. So I do it all with strategy, and I prioritize like what I'm putting inside to stay lean, but to also feed the muscle, because I do want to build muscle as I'm staying lean. Being very active is that's my happy place. So I move around a lot, very active lifestyle. I'm always exercising. When I do train though, which is like almost every day, I take a couple of days off, like 2 days, but in between. But when I do train, I train with a purpose. Like I train like with certain rep ranges too. Like I follow a lot of bodybuilders. So I train like a bodybuilder in a sense, but I don't, you know what I mean? There you go, Angie. I don't limit myself to just that. But that's one thing that I follow. Like that's what got me into it, was I would watch people who are like bodybuilders on YouTube, and I'm like, okay, like I mean, I want to be like that big, but I at least want to aim toward that. So let me follow some of the things they do. And a lot of what they do is, I mean, what gets measured gets accounted for. They don't waste a workout. Every workout is a deposit towards something. Every meal is a depository or something. And that's how I treat it.
Yes, yes. No wasting no food. We don't waste.
None of that.
Bodybuilders, we do not waste food. I will tell you,
Mm-mm.
it is so strategically planned that it's a lot for people. But if you are in that mindset, then that's what you're doing. And there's no excuse. And it's easy because it's what you want, right?
Period. It's period. It's no plan B. It's like that's what I want,
Yeah.
and I'm not going toward anything else. So
Nothing else.
that's always been the goal.
Right.
Appreciate
Right.
that question though.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. The next
looking all
one,
right.
what was that?
I see you looking all right.
You're
Good
looking all
eye.
right. I will tell you, one day I'll have quads like that, man. One day I'll get quads like that. They're coming
I
along.
believe
Look,
in you.
I'm getting so lean. I got like a vein in my forehead coming out. Or
I
something.
can't
Hey.
wait to see the show and everything. We got to see the photos. Hopefully, a couple videos.
You
gotta
know,
show us
okay.
something now.
I know. Okay, moving on. So this question came from Nicole. Okay, so Scotty, this one, I'm going to answer it, and then I want you to take this one too. How do you determine what vitamins or supplements your body needs? There's so many vitamins and supplements being marketed. This person's tried online companies where you take a survey, they send you what you supposedly need. I was taking up to 20 vitamins a day, which didn't work for me, and how expensive it became. I'm in my 40s, overall good health, pretty active, exercise regularly, and eat pretty well. I want to have good energy, fend off any viruses, sleep well, and just generally keep feeling well. I'm lost as to what vitamins and supplements I should be taking. I love my supplements and vitamins. I make that very clear. I love them. So I recently in January changed all of mine because I was in that 20 vitamins a day category. And I was like, there's got to be a better way. So I did some research and found Athletic Greens were the way for me to go. Okay. I was able to get rid of a bunch of supplements because it had it in it. It has a pro and prebiotic in it, had everything that I personally need for my activity level. So I think if you want to know what you need, I think first you have to look at your activity level. Okay. And what kind of diet that you have. So this person says they eat pretty clean. So I say go with the base. Okay. If they're in their 40s, I think collagen should definitely be on there. Okay. Because collagen we lose every year. Okay. And right now with the world, I think having a good immune system and support. So your pro and prebiotic, your D, your zinc, and your C, I think are very important. Let's see, as well as for me, I do apple cider vinegar as well. It helps me keep my blood sugar levels stable. It helps boost my energy and helps me with a little bit of fat loss as well, especially right now in prep. And so those would be the basis for me. The Athletic Greens have a multivitamin, has everything in them. And I was able to reduce the amount of money that I was spending and my cabinet space. Scotty, how about you? Because I am a First Form fan. I mean, I will tell you that protein has changed my whole entire eating.
Yeah.
The Vegan Pro, Power Pro.
Mhm.
If you want a vegan protein, guys, this one is it for sure. I love it. All right. So Scotty, jump into this question for us.
So when it comes to supplements and stuff like that, you gotta kind of like see what you're already intaking. Because some people are, all right, let me just take a multivitamin, and then like everything will be all right. We gotta make sure the quality of the supplement that you're taking is also well. So you have to make sure you're doing research. Don't just look at reviews. Reviews like anyone can write. So you really have to do some research and like look back at like maybe some studies on some supplements as well. If you're buying like a 100 pack of vitamins for like $10, like I could pretty much tell you that's probably not going to be great quality. It's probably going to be a
Trash.
pressed pill. I'd say
You get what you pay for.
Exactly. I would recommend staying away from any kind of pressed pills because they don't really release completely. You want to get more of a capsule because they're time released, and they'll kind of like they won't just like all like release at once and get wasted. So definitely make sure that you're getting capsules. I take Microfactor by First Form, which has a little bit of everything. It's got EFA in it, which is basically like your fatty acid, your fatty amino, your fats, like your words I can't talk.
Omega-3.
Yeah,
Omega-3.
omega threes. It has a CoQ10 in it, which is really important to help with the absorption of vitamins and minerals. So whatever you're already taking, that CoQ10, it's also an antioxidant, but it also helps with the absorbance of minerals. So that's really important. It has a multivitamin in it. It has a fruit and veggies in it. I can't remember. There's like one other thing it has in there as well. It's an antioxidant, and then what's the other word? Probiotic. It has a probiotic in it as well. And then I also take my super greens, which is OptiGreens 50, basically mainly for your gut. If there's anything I would suggest to somebody is, I know 100% people get veggies in every day, but no one has a wide assortment of veggies. People usually just eat broccoli and spinach like the whole week, or maybe kale, like maybe 4 or 5 tops throughout the whole week. And those 4 or 5 things are great for you, but you're missing out on so many other vegetables. So like you take Athletic Greens, OptiGreens is the same thing. It helps with your gut health. It also has coenzyme for glycemic enzyme blend in it. So it basically kind of keeps your energy levels steady the whole time throughout the day. So whatever you eat, they have different different spikes of energy from that, and then it crashes. And this kind of helps just flats it out for you. So it gives you like a natural energy. And then obviously just make like protein. You should be getting everything you should be trying to get from whole food sources as much as you can, and then you want to supplement. I would never suggest supplementation over food. All right.
Right.
The only time I would ever consider that would be a post-workout shake. Something that's like an isolate that's broken down, so it can get to your muscles way quicker, so you can recover faster as well. But
and Dr. Scotty.
Yeah,
looking
love
like a
it. It's the
doc, man.
glasses. It's them glasses.
the glasses.
Yeah,
but just making
Keep
sure you're getting stuff from make sure you're just getting stuff from whole food sources. That's the best thing that you're gonna do. If you can do away with things that have ingredients in your diet, I think that'd be beneficial for you. So if you're just getting like whole, like eggs, banana, fruit, like any kind of veggies, like stay away from things that have like a long list of ingredients on it.
Right. So I think if we were to agree, Scotty, you and I would say go with a green supplement first,
100%.
like Athletic
100%.
Greens or First Form. Save money. They have what we need in them. Go from there. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. And they help you get your water intake in too. I do mine with 24 ounces of water first thing in the morning. And I've already, I'm getting my water in.
Yeah. And you're trying to stay healthy. Like the greens is for gut health. Like 90% of your immune system is in your gut. So if you don't have a healthy gut, that is why you're getting sick all the time.
Yep.
It's 100% why you're getting sick all the time. So if you have a healthy gut, which is what the greens will help for you, then you're in the clear right there.
Right. Absolutely. Yep. All right. Okay. Moving on. This one's from Daisy. Daisy said that she's an early AM workout girl. Should I eat before I work out? I think all 3 of us are going to have different answers. I am a hard yes. And the reason I'm a hard yes is because if you don't have enough glycogen or fuel in your body and your muscles, your body will actually cannibalize your muscle for energy, right? So if you're not fed and you're lifting, where is that energy coming from? So you're going to break down all that hard-earned muscle, in my opinion, that we're trying to save. So we need food to do that. Plus, you're going to have a better workout because you're going to have more energy. I say get up earlier and get it in and let it digest some. I need about a good solid hour, but it's a priority. So I make the time to do that. I eat about an hour before I lift. And then I lift if I have steady state cardio or HIIT, whatever it is. And then I have my recovery meal. Even if it's just something small, like a banana, an apple, piece of Ezekiel bread, some rice cakes. Gosh, even just a protein shake to get a little bit of something, a protein shake with a little bit of carb in it, like some kind of little bit of carb to get you going. My pre-workout meal is typically fruit, most likely a banana. Okay, so probably about 145 grams of a banana, which is a nice amount. But I'm a hard yes. Okay, Prince, what are you?
Man, you know what? I'm neutral on that one because I'll say that I don't really get hungry until around noon. It just depends on my schedule, and I work out really well on an empty stomach. Granted, I eat pretty decently before, like the night before. So, I'm probably just now finishing processing all that stuff. But
Mhm.
actually, I can agree with you that when I do eat before workout, if I do eat before workout, it's either an apple, some type of berries, and or a banana. Um, I like to keep it light, and definitely like something that's coming straight out of the ground. I think berries, bananas, apples, those are great sources of like energy for like a workout, before workout, even early in the morning. Like, I read something that said like an apple will give you more energy than a cup of coffee. I think, everyone has their own opinion on that. I will say
Facts.
that apples do help a lot. I'm a big fan of apples, apples, berries,
One
and
a
bananas.
day.
So, you know
Mhm.
what I mean? So if you do
Right.
eat before a workout, like I would go to that. And then I would say I would go to that too, because it doesn't take a lot for that to digest. So your body is not sending a bunch of blood flow to your digestive system to digest that food, but also it's saving energy as well, because now it's not spending a lot of energy on digesting food. So
Right.
that's my take.
Right.
That's my take on that. I would say everyone works differently. If you do eat before a workout too, I guess a piece of advice would be, if you're more of like a meal person, um, if you got like an hour or so, I would say this is where you could squeeze in that simple carb, something that releases quicker into the bloodstream, as opposed to like something more complex. It's going to take a little bit more time. Example of that would
Right.
be something white versus something brown. So,
Right. Right. And that fructose is just going to be available for you when you're ready to go. All right, Scotty, you
Mhm.
want to elaborate on that a little bit more?
I 100% agree that you should eat before your workout, 30 to an hour before. I try to do it anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes, depending on what I'm having. If I'm doing actual food, if I'm doing like banana and apple or something like that, I try to do that 45 minutes at least. If not 30 minutes, obviously. You don't want to eat right before your workout. And then what I have been doing is I've been doing 1 scoop of my Formula One and then a half a scoop of my Ignition, which I let Prince try one
I was
time.
just gonna say that. Yeah, that's some good stuff too. I still got a little bit of that left. So that's yeah.
Which is
Okay,
basically a
so
super carb. Yeah, Ignition's a super carb, so it's a high glycemic carb. It's broken down to its smallest form possible. It's like a monosaccharide. If you think about like what a gummy bear is, it's like a smaller form of sugar than that.
okay.
And then basically it kind of helps really spike your insulin levels. It really gets to your bloodstream a lot quicker because it doesn't have to digest.
Right.
I do a scoop of protein, half a scoop of that, literally 30 minutes before my workout, and I'm ready to go. I haven't touched
Nice.
caffeine in probably over 2 months now, or just about
What?
2 months.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Bro, have you been keeping a secret? I did not know this.
Yeah, I haven't touched caffeine in a very long time, and I come to a realization like I don't need it. I wake up, I get something to eat right away, and I'm good. Like I'll do my greens in the morning. I'll have a banana if I'm working out, or I'll have my waffles, something like that. And then if I'm working out, I usually always have a banana and apple, or I got that super carb with me. And that's
Yeah,
all I
man,
do.
you've graduated, Scotty. You've
Real
graduated,
life
man.
superhero here,
Yeah, you've
guys. I'm telling
graduated.
you.
You've
And
graduated.
everyone's like, "How do you have all this? How do you have all this energy? You teach like 5 classes a day. You work out. You do this. You do your walk. Food, food.
The
Right.
Body
right
runs
food,
on
man.
it.
The
Right.
right food. The right
The
food.
right food.
And so Scotty, I love that answer because also we don't have that intestinal bulk. So if you're jumping around or you're doing things, like having just drinking that helps make you feel a little lighter too during your workout. Caffeine. God, I love a hot cup of coffee with my
Yeah, nothing
superfood
wrong with that.
creamer. Maybe over the summer I'll look into lowering that. But I'm sorry, to my ergogenic aid of choice.
It's a great
Yeah.
way.
Ergogenic aid of
It's
choice.
a great way to help like wake you up. Remember, it is a stimulant though. It isn't actually giving you energy. You know what I mean? It's not
I
actually
actually
giving.
think I'm addicted to the dopamine. Like most people are addicted to
Yeah.
the dopamine that coffee releases, and it just feels good. It's all
Yeah, no,
warm and
exactly.
cuddly.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And if you do drink coffee, and I would highly suggest throwing a scoop of protein in your coffee every morning. I used to do that all the time. Easy way, get
Yeah.
a quick
Boom. Yes.
20 grams of protein
Yep.
to start your
Yep.
day off, which is what you need anyway.
Yeah, I do my 10 grams of collagen. So I'm getting my protein
Yeah,
in my
throw collagen in there too.
coffee. Boom. Nicole, listen to that. Collagen in our coffee. And cinnamon and a little nutmeg. Just saying.
Yeah, all of that.
Just
All of
saying.
that.
Getting fancy over here.
Little dash of CoQ10 if you got it.
Oh, okay. We're getting
Little
fancy on our
splash, little
coffee.
splash, open up the cabinet on them. All right.
Yeah. All right. Moving
Chill,
on.
chill.
Okay. So this one's for me. Okay. An Instagram viewer wanted to know, is it scary getting up on stage in only a bikini?
Tell us.
You know what? No, because you work for this. You put in a lot of time, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of work. You are lean, hard, ready, muscular. You are tan. You have hair. You have makeup. You are ready to showcase. And it kills me when competitors are like, I love the process, but I don't like the stage. The stage is your time to shine. Like, you need to walk onto that stage like God sent you in that room. You are ready to rock. And I practice my posing in an even tinier bikini. So you just get so used to it and you're ready. You just get comfortable in it because you're wearing it all the time, practicing for posing. So maybe in my earlier days as a competitor, I did, but I was so ready. My last season, I was so ready to get on stage that I just worked it, and I'm on track to be even bit better, bigger and better now. So no, I'm not scared. I love it. I love my bikini. I love my suit designer. She's amazing. Vandella Designs, and I love it. And I love my shoes. I love the hair. I really just love every aspect of the sport. So I never get scared. Never, ever.
Awesome.
I'm okay in front of crowds and public speaking too. So, some people use doing a competition to kind of on a bucket list to like step outside their comfort zone, which is good for them. But no, I get up there ready to rock for real.
Do you think that maybe for some people they aren't confident enough? Maybe they didn't feel like they didn't put enough work into it. Maybe
100%.
That could be like a little small thing in the back of their head. Like maybe you just didn't do everything you were supposed to do. So you're just thinking about that little bit that you kind of slacked on, and you're like, oh,
absolutely.
Show.
Yep. And it does. Absolutely. Absolutely. All the hard work you do for stage happens now. I mean, what's today, February 10th? The hard work happened today, this morning when I was in the gym. Like, it's my food all day, and it's the food every day and the workouts every day and my mindset every day leading up to that first stage day. But yes, Scotty, I agree 100%, because one thing as a competitor that most competitors want is to feel ready. When you feel ready, you are so relaxed and confident. Show day is so fun. Like, you are just dancing backstage, you're joking around with the expediters, you're having fun, the music's good, and you are just putting on a show. Like, you're like, here I am, I'm ready, look at me, let's go. But 100%, I feel that the confidence on stage does come from being ready and knowing that you did everything. Absolutely. Yep.
Oh, love that.
Okay, so let's move on to, all right, so this comes from Ken. Okay. Ken wants to know, what's up, Ken? If you don't know Ken, you should know Ken. No. Okay, what are some ways to maximize your recovery? I have a Whoop and it says I'm often in a stretch of several days of very low recovery. So newsflash, I track nothing. And I had this conversation with a friend and they were like, oh my God, I didn't know you didn't track anything. I don't track my heart rate. I don't track nothing. The only thing I track is how I feel, how hard I work, and my macros. So ways that I maximize my recovery is, first off, making sure that I go to bed and get enough sleep. Okay. Making sure I drink all of my water and I use all of my macros for recovery, making sure I'm eating whole foods that serve me, that have a purpose, that are aiding in my recovery, not hurting me, not zapping my energy. I started a new little morning routine, 10 minutes of stretching every morning.
Let's go. Yes.
I'm on 2 weeks. I'm on 2 weeks. So that has been one of the best things I have implemented for recovery. Okay. Would be the stretching. And part of my recovery too is, you know, disconnecting from the phone, bringing my brain to relax, reading, like really honoring my brain, my body, my mind, my soul, everything as a unit, and working on everything as a unit, because that's when I really feel the most recovered. And if I need a day that I'm chilling with the family and Reese and I are watching movies, then I embrace it and I love it, because now I'm feeding my heart, my soul, and my body's resting. So,
Love that.
right. All right. Prince, what do you do to maximize your recovery?
Uh, it's prioritizing sleep, water, um, vitamins, uh, right food. Um, and man, it's this new thing. I like this year I haven't had any alcohol, and I noticed my sleep quality's been good. I'm like, all right, cool. But I want to say the biggest transition for me, and I think this is more even from like a psychological standpoint, is setting boundaries and being delivered from people, man. And not in a sense of like not liking people. I love people. Otherwise, I wouldn't do what I do. But in a sense of like, okay, like delegating the time that I give to people, delegating how much energy and what goes where, and how much I'm going to give. And I think a lot of times, like, especially this is coming from Ken as like parents, and you're working and you got all the stuff you're trying to do and you're working out too, is making sure I'm not spreading myself too thin. And that's something that is still a work in progress, but, just monitoring how you spread yourself, how you spend that energy, what you give to people, how much you give to yourself. A lot of times, like I won't even be sleeping, but I'll just need a moment just to just kind of like close off. I'll like even like dim the lights, even close the blinds, and just sit and just kind of hear from myself. It's almost like my cousin used to say, like, it's like sometimes you need some self, you know what I mean? Like, and you kind of get that energy and get rejuvenated from yourself, you know what I mean? Spend that time with God. But those are my big ones. Always prioritizing sleep. Like I know a difference when I don't get to sleep. I see it. And I never saw it before, but I see it as clear as day. Sleep, water, all that stuff. But biggest thing this year, and that I've been working on now, and that's been making a big difference with just feeling replenished, is how I distribute my energy and my time. How much of my psyche that I give to people and to situations.
All right. All right, Scotty, you have a Whoop. So talk to us a little bit about your recovery, and also too, because I'm not a tracker, I have a friend. She tracks a lot of things and she does the most amazing things with the information. See, that's the key to tracking. You have to do the right things with the information. Scotty, I know you do the right things with information. So talk about the Whoop and tell us, how do you maximize your recovery while you use your Whoop?
Scotty's like the Whoop master.
He's like the Whoop man.
The Whoop man.
I learned from Ronnie. Ronnie Staines is the man.
Wait, first off, we need some endorsements here. We got the Whoop man.
Right.
First form. We got
form.
Dang. You need a commercial, man.
Right. So I do have the Whoop watch. I got it back in the beginning of last year. When I met Ronnie, he's kind of when they got me into it. I know Ken kind of got it because a lot of people in the gym started getting it, and I wanted to see it because I had a Fitbit, but I don't know. He was just telling me that it was like the most advanced technology you have for fitness tracking wearable. And basically what I've noticed since wearing it is obviously getting a good night's sleep, like undisturbed, sleeping through the night, like low, cool, dim room. And then getting it 7 hours. Like last night I slept for 7 hours, but I still was in the yellow, like low yellow. And that's because I had a strain. Basically they measure strain off of how high your heart rate is for a certain amount of time. So the higher your heart rate is for a longer period of time, the higher your strain is for that day. So like I burned, according to the watch, I burned around 3,800 calories. And that's just like throughout the whole day. And that's like the highest strain. So they consider anything over a 17, anything over a 17, max is 21, anything over 17, you're going to have a rough recovery the next day because your body's coming back from that. Because when your body is in that strain, you're going to be promoting like growth for yourself, but it also could be a lot of breakdown as well. if you do it on a consistent basis. So it's really good is that it tracks and it tells you kind of like, all right, this is like the third day in a row you're at a high strain. We recommend that maybe you dial it back a little bit so your body can go into recovery so you can actually optimize those gains. Because if you're at a 17 strain every day for a whole week, like you're going to start to feel really run down because obviously it's going to take a lot longer for your body to recover. And making sure that you're sleeping for that 7 hours. Like obviously everyone knows I get less than 7 hours of sleep typically. With my work schedule, it's really hard. But sometimes I get green. But what I found out that's helping the most is less screen time. I've been trying to read before I go to bed. So I've been seeing my numbers spike from that. Reading before I go to bed, obviously hydrating throughout the whole day. I'm going to try something new. I usually just drink all the water I possibly can throughout the whole day. Even if I go over a gallon, I'm still drinking water, get my electrolytes in, all that jazz. I'm going to try to stop drinking water an hour before I go to bed because there's been times where I've woke up in the middle of the night and really had to pee. So
You pee the bed, Scotty?
No, not yet.
This is so good because this leads into the next question about sleep. Okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
So what are some ways that we optimize our sleep? Okay. So this person wants to know specifically having a little one, Prince. Okay. Or me as a mother, baby feedings, wet beds, sleep regressions, nightmares, kids, or is this all the other reasons kids find to ruin your sleep? And I think we can add animals into that too.
Jax woke me up last night at 2:30.
The heck, Jax?
And I was like, are you kidding me? Right? And I let him out usually because usually when he wakes me up, he has to like go poop. And I let him out and he peed for like 2 seconds and he came back in. I'm like, no, you have to do something else before you come back to the house.
Right.
You go poop or something. You're not allowed back in unless you pee more. You didn't get me up for this shit.
Yes. So
go make more.
Right, go make more. So I follow all those same things Scotty said, where I stop my water at 7 p.m. because you guys know I go to bed super early because I get up super early. So 7 p.m., no more water, no phone, no social media, reading, really just being relaxed and almost like I can't say I meditate because I don't think I do, but just being with my thoughts and myself and relaxing, not listening to news or not getting into an intense conversation or not answering the phone. Like these are all of my triggers that won't let my mind stop. So I really make sure that I am warm. I go to bed and get up the same time, no matter what day it is. But when it comes to being a mom, I sleep like a train could go through my backyard, but y'all, we got those mom ears. I hear one little peep out of Reese and I'm like, what? Like, right. I got those mom ears. So I was really lucky. Reese was a good sleeper because what I would do is that when she was first born, when she would nap, I would nap. And then when she went to bed, I went to bed. And guys, we still kind of follow that. Like, we both go to bed. Like she goes to bed, I go to bed. Like we still follow that somewhat. We've created this schedule that works for us. And Reese is a fabulous sleeper. And I wanted her to have a sleep schedule to really make sure that she gets good sleep. And it, as an athlete for her, it's been so important. And she does such a good job. She reads, she has her diffuser on, she has her own little sleep routine, but she is 12. So little ones, Prince, what are we talking about here? Like, how do you juggle that?
That's a good question because some days it is like, I'll be like, man, this just was what it was. So my daughter Haven, my 7-year-old's chill. Like she goes to bed. She's always been just easy. Like she's chill. My daughter Haven like comes alive at night. I don't know what it comes from. Like comes alive at night. Like, man. And I think that's the biggest part with like getting her to wind down. So like my goal is to usually have her asleep by 8:30. So, that routine has to start sometimes like almost an hour before. And just doing the same thing with her every night now. Recently, with it getting cold, like her skin's been like drying out and she's been like really itchy. So like bedtime has been prolonged. And I remember one night, man, I was so tired where like she was itching and like I thought I put like enough like shea butter on her and stuff because that usually helps. And I got this cream and like she was itching so bad, and like it like brought her to tears, and then like I was tired and I felt bad. And in those situations, like that was one where I had to just charge it to the game. And I was like, you know what, this is one of those nights where, you know what, I actually gotta put sleep aside and I gotta try to get that back in like some sort of peace. But with little ones, that's a tough one. If anything, starting the bedtime routine earlier. Usually we try to have it where our daughter eats before we do. You know what I mean? Like she like everything that she is doing is out of the way. Like her bedtime routine and everything almost starts like when she gets home. My schedule is pretty busy. So like I get up at 3 a.m. I work from usually 5 to like 7, take her to school, run back to work until like 1, go pick her up from school, drop her off. And then if I'm working in the evening, I'm working in the evening. And like her mom takes over. So like usually like we switch off and we just kind of have like a plan of action with that. And that's not
Plan
always
of
the easiest
action.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, plan of action is the biggest thing. Like literally, like
Right.
I've been doing block scheduling now to where like every 30 minutes has to matter. So I'd say the biggest thing I've gotten out of that is scheduling, having that plan, and then patience. Like sometimes like that's just one of those things where it's like I feel like with children, they're you know, it's unpredictable. Life happens with children. So it could be one of those things where it's like, you know what, tonight I didn't get that much sleep. Let me recover the next day or the weekend. So yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah. And I would say too about sleep, if it's not good, then you just kind of say, okay, we're moving on. It's another day.
Yeah, I
Like,
keep
and
going.
because, right, because you're not going to change your day to sleep. So, but knowing that you're there for your child, like you said, gives you some peace that you're like, all right, I can drink that. Scotty's not drinking that extra caffeine, but I'd have that extra cup of coffee
Right,
for real.
right. I can have that extra cup of coffee, and yeah, and I think knowing that you did everything you could for your kids, who gives helps me rest too.
Right.
Just knowing like
Right.
that gives me peace. So
Right. Okay, so moving on, this one's for Scotty. Okay, this Instagram viewer wanted to know how many snacks does Scotty collect in his beard by the end of the day?
oh my gosh, I knew it was a beard question.
Scotty,
Not
I
that-
must say, it's looking really long now. I mean, it's growing. Those greens, those vitamins are working for you, man. Like,
Right?
Yeah,
you're
man,
getting
I gotta
all
get me
it.
some. I gotta get me some,
Man,
man.
if I put myself on collagen, like man, imagine.
Woo! Do it. Let's see.
Right.
You could go to a beard competition, where they have those. You could travel.
They're
and
wild. I've looked
You've
into
got
them.
a red beard, and people are all about that. Let me tell you,
Mhm.
you would be like, oh my gosh, look at you.
And wear the glasses too. You gotta wear the glasses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I'm pretty good. Well, I'm always like kind of like brushing it to make sure.
Tell
So
us
nothing
about your
really-
care. What is the care for the beard? I want to
Yeah.
know. Is it an
What
oil?
kind of
Is it a
comb?
brush? Yes. Tell the
Well,
viewers
I've
what we do.
actually- So when I first started growing the beard, probably the first like 5 years, I was pretty proactive, and I had like a beard oil that I put in there twice a week. I shampoo it probably 2-3 times a week because you don't want to like take all the natural oils out of it. So basically, I always like wash the top of my hair, but like I always do this every once in a while. But recently I've been slacking. Like I ran out of beard oil and just like never reordered. So I've been like, ooh. But hey, I brush it every day and it
Okay.
looks good. So
Does
man, you
your
just blessed.
wife, right? Does your wife know what you look like without the beard?
she's never seen me in person without it,
What?
but she has seen
Girl took
pictures.
some rest. Girl took some rest.
Right.
She has seen pictures. Like you can grow it. Like what do I care? Like you shave it, you can grow it right back.
Yeah, I seen some pictures of you too, man.
I'm a different person. I got a little butt chin under here. It's a little cleft.
We'll
you
have
have
to
really-
bring those pictures out.
I have a pretty strong jawline. I will admit. I got like a pretty like. So like my mom was very upset when I started like growing my beard out. She's like, your face is so beautiful. But like now she loves
Jawline.
Yeah,
it.
bro.
Yeah, she,
Crimson chin.
crimson
Wow.
chin.
Do
The worst thing
you
though,
trim it?
I do the sides mainly and like underneath. And then I don't touch my mustache, so my mustache doesn't grow. It's kind of sad. It just stays at this length forever. I haven't touched it in years. But the biggest hassle definitely is eating certain things that are like like yogurt. I have to like make sure I push it all the way back and then eat it and then make sure there's nothing there.
There's snack number one. Snack number
Yeah.
one.
Yogurt's the worst one. And then if it's there, then it like, oh, then I have to like go in the bathroom and like rinse it out. Pain in the butt.
There we go.
Hey, I'm just
Okay.
being honest. Giving people what they want.
All right. Love it. There's your beard guide. All right, gentlemen that are listening, like that's how you take care of that. All right. Please take care of it.
Grow.
Take
If
yeah,
you
'cause
believe,
don't
if you believe it will
don't do like
grow.
me. I have nothing, man. Grow one for me.
Yeah, but you know what, guys? Like your styles, they work for both of
Yeah.
you. Like your styles
y'all.
reflect your personality so much. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah, Scotty is the
Absolutely.
beard for real.
The beard. The beard.
Yeah, it's the beard, man.
All right. Well, this leads into a great question about self-care. Okay. How do you treat or reward yourself and take care of yourself, even when you are in the middle of a challenge, dieting, training for something? When you work hard, the result is the ultimate reward. But this person sometimes feels burnt out along the way. So self-care is so important. I do think I'm really good at it because I was forced to be really good at it. To be aging, to be in my 40s, to be active, to be an athlete, like that's something, and a natural athlete, that's something that comes with a lot of self-care. It comes with the Epsom salt baths, like we talked about, the foam rolling, the vitamins, the meals, the stretching, the yoga, the mindset. But you know what though? If I'm in the middle of prep, how do I reward myself? And guys, this might be so simple, but maybe I'll take a break from food prep and I'll go to the local place and get a grilled chicken breast and a salad that they made for me. Sometimes it's as simple as that for me, to just have a break from no dishes and no dishwasher. Or, you know, my family will order out and I won't, but that still saves time in the kitchen and dishes and cleanup.
Mhm.
I will go and I'll walk outside because that helps energize me. I'll go buy a new workout outfit. I'll go buy new sweatshirts, new leggings. I love new tennis shoes. I'm obsessed. That makes me feel good and ready to hit the gym. Gives me a little pep in my step. Sometimes it's the couch all day. Sometimes it's a workout early in the morning on a Saturday, especially during football season. Shower, get pajamas back on, and Reese and I chill. So I find that those things help me get a little more pep in my step. Good sleep, and that's about it. It's really hard when you're on prep to reward yourself because that's a slippery slope when it comes to food. Like there's no food reward. I choose my refeed meals to be whole, clean foods. Like I have a refeed day on Sunday, and it will be all natural foods. I don't, get the fries and weigh them out and put them in there if it fits my macros, not weighing out that Pop-Tart. Like I still go with the healthy foods because that's a slippery slope for me. Like if I'm not getting those foods to make me feel good, then I start to wander in the pantry, and then I'm not getting over my macros. Then that just creates a slippery slope for me. So it's hard to treat yourself, but however, after my shows, I do have a really nice, big, healthy meal, something that I love. And, Mother's Day and some other holidays usually fall around that time. So celebrating with my family, relaxing. But it's really hard to reward myself or treat myself when it comes to food when you're prepping. So Scotty, how about you? You're in the middle of 75 hard. Are you feeling beat up? Prince, same for you. Are you so how are you guys rewarding or treating yourself?
Honestly, I don't know. Last time really, I just bought new shoes. Like I guess that's kind of like a reward. But like my body does feel like beat up in ways, but I feel like I take a day off. I do yoga that day instead of like doing an intense workout. I do my walk every day. I feel like that walk is super beneficial. It's active recovery. So if you feel like you're kind of run down, doing something for 30 minutes, just as like something that's going to elevate your heart rate slightly, like low impact, is going to be super helpful for you because it's going to help get that blood rush to those muscles, which is going to help with the recovery process. So if you're feeling run down, I definitely suggest adding a 30 to 45-minute walk every day. But yeah, when it comes like I bought shoes, but like it's tough when I buy stuff for myself because it's like Megan's like, oh, you bought another pair of shoes, like you have a million pair of shoes, like why do you need another pair of shoes? And I'm like, well, you're right, but I don't know.
We're
I go
just
get
not, we're not exciting. Are we not exciting? Like, give me a cup of coffee and a couch and I'm good.
Man.
yeah, like don't
Like,
get me wrong, like I like playing video games and stuff still, like with my buddies from back home. So like I like to jump on my Xbox and like I kind of like shooting the shit with them is kind of fun. I feel like I haven't really gone out at all. I haven't really. I socialize so much at work. Like I talk to over 100 people a day. Like interact with almost at least 100 people every day at work. So it's like sometimes like not being around people is kind of cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
But like I still
Yeah.
right,
but like so like kind of just chilling at home, like hanging out with Jax, going on a walk with him,
Right.
like
right.
that's
right.
fun. Like maybe watching an old movie or like even when I do that, like I'll end up like pausing it and then like read. So it's kind of like I've been like kind of like more on the reading aspect of things.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, just like I don't know. I
Yeah,
haven't really
yeah,
rewarded myself too much. I'm just put my head down, put the work in.
right,
Man.
right.
I'll
Yeah.
be rewarded at the end.
Right. Yeah. And that's, the hard work and the result. But there is one thing that I do, which I forgot to mention, is a trip to the beach house changes my world. The beach is my place. It's my sanctuary. I take my yoga mat out there. That is my jam. I see the sunrise every morning that I go out, or that I'm there, never miss a sunrise. So I would say that is my biggest reward / recovery hack, is me being at the beach house. Absolutely.
Nice.
All right, Prince, how about you? How are you treating or giving yourself a reward? How do you get keep that pep in your step?
I'll say like kind of like Scotty, like same industry kind of. So I see a lot of people a day as well. Time to myself. Going outside, like taking a walk in nature, like when the weather's good, or even when the weather is good, like like recently I've been finding myself just like standing outside and just embracing the sky and everything that's there, and just been like, you know what, man, like, hey dude, like don't take this lightly, because like, not everyone's alive right now to see this today, so stuff like that. I would say my biggest thing, since I am working so much, like I get a lot out of being able to have that time with my wife and my kid. Like I love having that time with family. Like, like on the weekends, like that's what I'm dedicated to. I guess another reward, like I'm kind of like both of y'all in that sense of just like I'm in grind mode and I embrace the hustle. Like I'm putting my head down and I enjoy the hard things. Like I know, like I always feel like, dude, like I'm juggling a lot right now, and it feels like a lot, and I'm glad it feels like this. And I feel like something good is happening right now, and I kind of, when I'll sit back and marinate on those things, and that right there is my reward, knowing that, like, you know what, man, like I'm working towards something, and I'm just big on being grateful, count my blessings. Even when it's hard, like I'll be like, you know what, I'm working towards something, but like, and this is hard, but not everyone has this ability to do this thing that I'm doing. So like, I'm gonna find peace in that. But yeah, like as far as like rewards with food, that is a tough one. Slippery slope as well. I don't really do it too much. Because I noticed that when I do, it's like it just kind of, now it's in my system and I want it again. And you know what I mean? Like, so
Viral.
for real, just being transparent.
Mm-hmm.
Just being transparent. So
Right.
yeah, those are
right.
my things. Like I said, we're probably pretty boring as far as
I
like
know
rewards, like but
we are.
I appreciate the simple things,
Never
man.
not working. Never
Right.
not working. You know that
I'll
commercial,
reward.
never not
Yeah.
working.
I'll reward myself when I get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
reward
guys,
myself
I'm
with a
not gonna
nice
lie.
trip.
I love
Pizza. Oh my god.
burger and fries is my jam.
Yes. Shake with a shake. For me.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
With a shake. Yeah.
Burger and a fries. And I will
In-N-Out
have
burger?
that. Absolutely.
You know.
But mine has to be, I'm not a foodie, but I'm a food snob. Okay. So my burger has to be real grass-fed beef, like
yeah.
homemade bun, like real cut sweet potato fries. I don't want no burger joint. I want a burger the
Oh, yeah.
size of my face and fries, and I want it all fresh and
I want it
homemade
seasoned
and
well, all of that.
Yeah, I told
yes.
Megan I couldn't have burgers during my 75 hard,
Nope.
and to me, like that's like don't get me wrong, like, I could have like a plain ass burger, just like a bun and meat, and then just cheese on top. Like that's to me, that's not a cheat meal. But like
Right.
I want to go all out. I want the bacon. I want the aioli. I
Mhm,
want the fried onions on there, and I just want it to just go
mhm.
everywhere.
Oh,
I want
yeah,
it dripping.
stop.
I want it
Stop.
dripping.
Stop talking about food. I'm in my
And
Mhm. See?
my mouth is literally watering. So now I don't
Yeah.
know whether I want pizza or a burger when I'm done with 75 hard.
man. Make sure you take a picture of that and tag me in that so I can see. Mm.
Yeah, I might fly down there just to get that burger, man.
Oh, burger date, burger date. All right, those are
Some
the
wings.
questions.
Those are
Those are
great
the
questions, man.
Those were great questions. Let's jump into what are we working out to this week. You guys know I'm in that steady state cardio life, which is just so bizarre, and I giggle every time I say it. But I'm throwing back hard to 1985. I'm not going to tell you how old I was. Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world. Put it on your playlist for real. That's right. You guys don't even know who they are.
Nah, man.
I probably heard of
gotta-
it though.
I bet
I
my
probably
mother-in-law
heard of it.
knows,
I just
so.
don't know names. I told you this. I don't know names.
Okay, there are 80s children watching this right now shaking their head.
I can't control when I was born.
Really
Can't be
can't.
mad at me.
Really
You can't
can't.
be mad at me.
He's got a
True,
point.
when I was born.
He's got a point,
I
man.
can't.
He
I
does.
can't.
Valid.
I
Valid.
was surprised too. It wasn't even like they thought, let's just have them now. Like, no, I wasn't even a thought.
point. Okay. Just do me a favor. Look up Van Halen. Look up Tears for
I
Fears.
know Van Halen.
Okay. Look up Duran Duran. Okay. All right. Look up some
Well,
of
I
these.
did.
You know what? I will keep teaching you through my picks of the week. Okay, Scotty,
doing it. I love
who you working out? Who you working
What
out?
you
to?
bumping to, man?
Young Jeezy Put On is a classic.
Oh, it's a classic.
I don't know. It's one of those songs that we had.
I'm gonna add that.
Senior year wrestling. I made a mix, and that was one of them on there. And it just every time I came on, you're just ready to roll. You're ready to get after it.
I'm putting that on for real.
Put on for my city.
Yes, yes. By the way, I was roller skating in my driveway to my song.
Oh, you took it way back.
I love it. I know. See, I had to go to the post office today, so I'm debating on walking or riding my bike. I'm not sure which one I want to do for my 45 minutes.
Listen to my
Ride
song.
that bike.
Ride that bike.
Ride that bike.
Yeah, the only problem is though, there's broken glass everywhere, and I just know my tire's gonna pop. I just know it.
Oh
You
no,
better
you
get
just put
real
that out. It's not-
You better get
put that
agile.
out.
No, it's
You better
happened
get real
3
agile.
times since I lived in Maryland. My tires pop. I stopped riding my bike because of that.
Oh, bruh. SMH, man.
All right, Prince. What are you working out to?
Man, I got something in Spanish. I don't even know all the lyrics, but it's been good. It's by Bad Bunny and Drake.
Oh,
Bad
Bad Bunny. Yes, yes.
Oh man, I was like, dude, this is
Yes.
good. So my goal this year is to learn Spanish. Like we get a lot of members who don't speak English, and I want to make them feel welcomed. I can grow like that, but like so, my goal is to learn Spanish this year. So I've been on my Spanish music too, and it's a slapper.
Nice. Yeah, bet he can
What's the
thank
name of it?
J Lo for his rise in fame after that Super Bowl performance last year.
That's how
What's the name of it?
he's popping right now. It's called MIA. Bad
Can you say that?
Bunny
'Cause I didn't
Drake.
hear that.
Oh yeah, I
Nice.
said that player. It's
Okay,
cool.
so everybody
it.
has homework. We must watch the Super Bowl performance. I got some ideas how it's going to happen. So I really feel like I should be their creative director. So either Eminem's going to start with the beat to lose. Was it "Lose Yourself"? Is that the song? Like he's going to
Mhm.
start that, or
Or till I collapse.
Yeah.
Okay,
I had to
okay.
like collapse.
okay,
Man, rest in peace, Nate
or
Dogg.
Yeah, or it's going to be dark, twinkling lights, and Mary J's coming in with the acapella, with the singing. Like she's going to start her singing and she's going to walk out. But I do think that I don't think that Kendrick or Lamar or Snoop can open. I feel like they need to come in when the crowd is hot.
Yeah,
Just saying.
I agree.
Okay?
I agree with, especially with Snoop. I agree with that. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I love him. He is a genius and a businessman to no end. And I have much respect. He's got to come in when the crowd's going crazy. I feel like Eminem or Mary J, they're going to be one of the openers.
They
That's
got to
my
open it
call.
for sure.
It's
I
pretty much.
actually played a
yeah.
playlist. I played a playlist from Fit Radio, and it was like get ready for the Super Bowl because all the
Yes,
artists
I
from it.
have one. Yes.
But it was funny because like a couple of people didn't know who Kendrick Lamar was or listened to any of his music, and they were just like, yeah, like they kind of like at the beginning of the playlist, I wasn't really digging. It was like all a bunch of Kendrick. I was like, you guys just don't know.
Just don't
It's
know,
called
man.
change,
Kendrick,
y'all. It's called.
yeah. Kendrick,
Yeah.
Open
Kendrick
yourself.
is very lyrically gifted. I you gotta listen to the right songs, but yeah, Kendrick is he has a very great
Oh,
delivery.
yeah, I love Kendrick.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know this answer, and I'm curious, when is the last time Eminem was on stage?
That's a good question. You might have to Google that.
I mean,
I don't know.
he
Do it
went
right now.
through, I don't know if he went through rehab, but he definitely is clean now. It's a whole different, I mean, he looks completely different. So I don't know. I was wondering about that. And
This
I
says
definitely feel,
2021 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
Okay.
induction ceremony.
okay, we'll have to look that up. I'm curious. I want to see that. But I definitely am pumped for that. Who do we think's going to take the Super Bowl title? Is it going to be Cincinnati, or are we going to go with LA?
It's
I gotta
the
go with
Bengals.
LA because I gotta go with LA just because LA. I
LA.
gotta give it
Like
that.
I want both teams to win, but that doesn't work. And I really would just want to see this underdog team come back.
You want everyone to have a
win.
trophy too, Scotty, don't you? I'm kidding.
No,
He's so
I really
selfless.
like both teams. I really like both teams. I want Matt Stafford to get a Super Bowl so bad, but I want to see this rebuild of the Cincinnati Bengals pay off.
Right. Because Joe Burrow is going to be the first to win a national title, Heisman Trophy, and a Super Bowl. Boom.
Count it.
Only
Look
two
at
other
how many-
Joes have won the Heisman and the Super Bowl. Joe Namath, Joe Montana.
Yes. So do we think Joe Burrow is the next Tom Brady?
That
No
is a
one's going to be
question
the
I
next
don't know
Tom
the
Brady,
answer to.
but Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen are going to be the three quarterbacks that are going to be balanced. It's going to be like the Peyton, the Drew Brees, and the Tom Brady.
I like it. All right, everybody. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube, which you probably already are. Like, subscribe, comment. If you have any questions,
Share.
please put them in the share. Yes. You can find me at Ange Fit on Instagram. Scotty, how about you?
Sky the Body, Instagram, do it, and 3 Dope Individuals, which we've been slacking on, but we'll catch back up. Don't worry.
Yeah. I put my content, man. So you got I need you and Audrey. Train Like Prince, all platforms, and 3 Dope Individuals, Elevate the World podcast. All of that.
Boom. All right, we will see you next time. Thank you again for all of your questions. And let's see who the Super Bowl champs on next time we return.
Deuces.
Right, chance.
See
Peace.
ya.